I like it the way it is. I'm going to stop right here. So just like that, I mean, I didn't spend much time really. I was talking more than I was editing, right? I spent maybe a minute or two actually editing this headshot, right? So here's the before, just like that, and there's the after. All right, so I got this headshot of model Onyx. This is not the greatest lighting in the world. I hadn't planned on doing a headshot. I just said, hey, let me zoom in and get a headshot while we're doing some of these other shots. You can see at the bottom, it was sort of a studio boudoir kind of vibe. But I just got this one headshot, and I wanted to show you how easy it is in Evoto AI to process a headshot like this. The time saving aspect of using this, especially with skin retouching, is immense. Especially, she's got pretty good skin, but normally I would go into, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I would go into Photoshop and I would have to, or Lightroom, but usually Photoshop, and retouch all of these small little blemishes, right? With Evoto, I don't have to do all that. So just a little tip. This is a TIFF file, and Evoto, I've noticed, I'm not an expert on this yet. I'm still pretty new to it, but I've noticed, when you can bring in your RAWs, and when you export them, it'll export them out as JPEGs from Evoto, right? If you bring it in as a TIFF, it will export it and it will retain the TIFF file. And the TIFF has a lot more information in it, kind of like a RAW file. Just a ton of information. So the way that I created this was I just opened it in Photoshop from Lightroom, and I just saved it in Photoshop as a TIFF. Retains all that information in it, and then I just drag the TIFF file into Evoto. So pretty easy to do, right? So here we are with this. The preset that I like to use is this Natural 01, and I'm just going to hit Natural 01, and you just watch it, and it just does a really good job. If I hold down the space bar, there's the before and there's the after. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit on the skin, right? We'll kind of drag this down. So there's the before and there's the after with just the natural. So we can tweak this a little bit more. The freckle and the acne, maybe we bring that up to a little bit higher, and it usually takes a second to process. You can bring it all the way up. And the thing that I like about this, it's not getting everything, but see, it's leaving the mole right here. It's just a slider, and I've removed almost all of the blemishes. I mean, if I hit, here's the before, you see that? And there's the after. I'll do the before again. And there's the after. And just a touch of a slider, I've just cleared out all those blemishes that I would have to do one by one in Photoshop. Previously, that's what I would do. Now, there's maybe a few other tiny little spots, but this is, I mean, it's almost done, right? There's some other things we can do here. I just keep it real simple with that Natural 01. There's some other things we can do down here. The dark circle under the eye, right now it's set to 20. I'm thinking that'll be this right here. I can come over here and let me just bring it all the way over to the right. It's going to think about it, and just like that, it helped with the dark circle, right? There's things, she doesn't have a double chin, things like that. There's more skin retouching down here that I could employ in the shot. By default, the dodge and burn is at 50. I'm pretty comfortable with that, actually. It looks pretty good. Again, there's the before and there's the after. If I pull the dodge and burn back, it's just real subtle. Usually when you're zoomed in, you don't see it as much. So let me pull it. I'll pull it all the way up to 100, right? And you see that there's before and there's after. Well, let's see. Dodge and burn, no dodge and burn, and then dodge and burn. So it makes a big difference, right? I'll pull it back to like 70. Okay. So that's pretty good. So again, before and after. And I mean, I could stop here. I mean, I'm done. There may be, I'm kind of a stickler for these things, and I may want to come in and maybe do some more dodge and burn, maybe get a few spots here in Photoshop. There's a little spot right there, maybe just a few small little retouches, but for all intents and purposes, I'm done. And I haven't even used, all this other stuff. She has no forehead wrinkles, right? There's face shine. I like the specular highlights. If you bring it all the way up to 100, that's gonna remove that. I really wouldn't recommend doing that. I kind of like the specular highlights. That's taste, right? Maybe 16 or something like that. It's fine the way it is. Eye wrinkles, I don't even eye wrinkles. What does that do? Probably these crow's feet and things like that. She's very young, so I don't think we really need to worry about eye wrinkles too much. We'll bring that back. Yeah, and it kind of messes with the makeup too a little bit, so you want to watch that when you're working with some of these eye presets, right? So she's got a little bit of eyeshadow right there, and it kind of removes that a little bit. Smile lines, don't have to worry about that. No double chins, no stretch marks or anything like that. It's a headshot. You can do some skin smoothing. I don't like to do that. That's what I like about this app as well. This application is, it retains all of these pores and the skin texture, right? And we basically did, a facial dodge and burn, and we did the freckle and the acne. And what I like about that is it didn't smooth the skin, right? And that's what makes things look so fake. Sometimes is when you do the face skin smoothing. Now we'll bring this up to 100 just to, you know, go way overboard. But see, it's too much, right? Maybe I'm not even going to use any, but maybe if we just, for the sake of argument, bring it up to like, I don't know, 30. You could smooth things out a little bit, and that looks pretty good, right? There's body skin smoothing. Obviously, we don't have to worry about that too much. But I'm going to bring the face smoothing back. I like the texture and the skin. Again, that's a taste thing. I like it the way it is. I'm going to stop right here. So just like that, I didn't spend much time really. I was talking more than I was editing, right? I spent maybe a minute or two actually editing this headshot, right? So here's the before, just like that, and there's the after. And if you kind of zoom out, you can see the before and the after, and it's done a really good job. If my lighting had been more on point, maybe I had lit more straight on, like with the beauty dish straight on, it would look even better. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. Just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to edit a headshot in Evoto AI. Super simple, super quick. It has saved me so much time. I love this application so much. So if you like this, give it a like. Give me a subscribe if you're so inclined, and thank you for watching.